Today we're going to talk about systems of equations word problems. These are going to be general word problems that don't have a specific distance in time or mixture or break-even component. Typically in these problems you're going to have one problem where you're adding to get the total number of items. For example, in this problem we're going to be talking about two different kinds of lawnmowers. And then you're also going to have a problem that involves cost. Those are typically the kinds of questions you're going to see today. This question asks about the two lawnmowers. A garden supply store sells two types of lawnmowers. Total sales of the lawnmowers were $8,379.70. The total number of mowers sold was 30. The small mower cost $249.99 and the large mower cost $329.99. Find the number sold of each type of mower. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick variables. I'm going to let X be my small mower and Y be my large mower. It does not matter what variables we choose. X and Y work just fine for me. The first equation you need to write is the equation that adds the mowers. Now there's 30 mowers altogether, so my first equation should be X plus Y equals 30. My second equation is going to be the cost equation, and the cost equation is going to multiply the values together. So the small mowers cost $249.99, so I'm going to multiply that by X. The large mowers cost $329.99, so I'm going to multiply that by Y. And the total cost is $8,379.70. Now I've got my two equations. Looking at these equations, I think that substitution is probably going to be my best bet. Now you can see that I've already done some solving and substituting over here. I chose the first equation and I decided to solve that for Y. It doesn't matter whether you solve it for X and Y, but you're going to subtract X from both sides and get negative X plus 30. You're going to take that entire expression and substitute it in for Y, so it looks like this. You recopy the X portion of the equation. Instead of writing Y, you're going to write negative X plus 30, and altogether that equals your cost. Now these numbers look big, but they end up working out okay as you go through the problem. The first step is to distribute, so this is $329.99 times negative X, which is negative $329.99x. And then $329.99 times 30 is $9,899.70. Your next step is going to be to combine like terms. So you're going to subtract these two values together. I just realized as I'm going through that this should have said $8,379.70. Sorry about that. Okay, so go back through. You combine like terms to get negative 80x. You are going to subtract $9,899.70 from both sides. When you do that, you get negative 1,520. So both these values are negative, which means that we're going to end up with a positive answer, which is good. That's what we want. Divide both sides by negative 80, and X equals 19. If you substitute this back into the first equation, you get that Y is going to equal 11. Now, in order to finish this question, you have to actually check your answer. So if you guys go on to your calculators, you're going to want to substitute into the second equation here. So the price of my small mower is $249.99. I'm going to multiply that by 19. My larger mower is $329.99. I'm going to multiply that by 11. When I hit enter, I get $8,379.70, which is what I wanted my answer to be, so I did it correctly. To write your sentence, you would say that they sold 19 small mowers and 11 large mowers.